don't know who's here. They don't know what's with this streak of light across the top of my screen. Okay. But hopefully people can hear me. Poppy piece of wood. I forgot a poker stick, so. Let's see if I can move myself. Okay. Forgive me, everybody. This is just a very unplanned live stream, but I'm sitting by the fire, so I figured why not do a little live. Hi people. I cannot see your comments from here, so hello. I think I see Trip on Two Wheels, Snake. Hi guys. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, because I just have like these Bluetooth things in my ears. Hello, everybody. You can hear me? Okay. Perfect. Is it clear? Okay, good, because I'm just wearing like these Bluetooth headphones. So I don't really know how they work for this, but anyway, we're here. We're alive. We made it. And this is just like a super unplanned live, guys. As you probably all know, because if it was planned, you all would have known that I was going to do it. And I'm just sitting out by my fire pit, so I figured why not do a live for you all and just hang out, chill. So, you don't mind me for 1 second here. I've got like old mail that I want to burn. Hello, I cannot read. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I cannot see your comments. I might just have to pick the phone up. But I felt like I need to have the fire in the video too. Because it's like we can't all be hanging out by the fire if you guys can't even see the fire. How's everybody doing? You guys are all doing good. Yeah, it's getting close to like the end of the nice weather here in my part of the world, in Canada. So it's hello. Yeah, so it's kind of like time to start taking advantage of it. Well, not that I haven't been taking advantage of the nice weather, but sometimes you don't take advantage. You realize when the nice weather is about to go away that you don't really take as much advantage of it as you probably should when the weather is going to be nice for a while. So I'm trying to take advantage of it. And I'll put this chunk of wood in there. And put all this in there too. Okay, I'm going to find a way to get you guys closer to me, because I think I need to be able to read your comments, and hopefully I'm not about to smother my fire by getting carried away. I don't even have a poker. I don't know where my fire poker went, but it got lost at some point when I moved. Yeah, which I don't know why that happened, but it happened. So now I've just got this stick that's like way too fat to put a fire with. I don't want to put that in there. Why not? More paper. Okay. I think I'm being carried away with the fire. Okay. I'm going to pick up my phone so that I can see your guys' comments. Right after I smother my fire. Oh my gosh, don't go out. Fire. Come on. A little air in there for you. This is not a very ideal stick for this. Trying to make this kind of work for me a little bit. Just that. That should be a lot better. Like that. So that wood and fire. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna bring you guys closer to me so that I can actually talk to you all. I got my garage in the background. Figured that's a good backdrop too. Let's not move things around. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm probably gonna have a little better setup before I actually pressed live, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. There you are. Things gonna see your pants. Okay, now I can actually see your guys' comments. You guys can see. Probably use your fire poker to make a fire poker. Yeah, probably. That sounds like something that would happen. One of those things where you're like, oh, I can get another one of these, but I cannot get the part that I need to make right now. It would be one of those situations for sure. Hey, everybody. Hey, Happy Tribe. How's it going? Hey, Scott. I'm doing good. If anybody has said anything in the chat that you wanted me to respond to, then you might have to repeat it. Because it is hard to read the chat. South Carolina riding is perfect. Yeah, it's actually, my sister and I went for a ride today, and she's got her Sportster on the road, so she's been riding her Sportster for a little bit. My audio could be better. I don't know how to make my audio better. Okay, tell me if my audio is better. Maybe I just need to talk a little louder. Yeah, my sister's been out on her Sportster a little bit here and there. And yeah, so we went for our first ride together today with her Sportster on the road. So it was pretty good. And I did a little video of it. So I'm using like a headphones mic, Dad. I can't actually hook up a mic to my phone. Come down south to Louisiana. I've heard you guys have good chicken. Heard you guys just have good food in general down there, and I'm kind of about the food. So hello, G. The only thing better than a ride is outside and fire time. Right? I think they're both equal. You know what's the best is going for a ride, camping on your bike, and then you can just go for a ride and stop and have a fire and eat the snacks and drink the cold beer and all that. I'm drinking the cold water tonight. And I heard that you guys don't have coffee crisp down in the States. So, is that upside down or is my phone upside down? Okay. So, anyway, I heard you guys don't have coffee crisp in the States. This might be backwards for you guys. But, we have coffee crisp up here. Hello, Lloyd. And, yeah, they are so good, right? And look at this, though. It's a double-double. I don't know if you guys can read that. Double-double coffee crisp. Hello, positively negative. And yeah, so it's like the Tim Hortons double coffee in a coffee crisp, and it actually tastes like a Tim Hortons double. So next time I make it Forgotten Angels, I'm gonna be bringing some of these, and this fire is getting awfully close to to me. It's polyester blanket. Wind, just go the other way. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have coffee crisp down there? Do you, Sean? Okay, so you guys must have it down there. Unless you've just had to come to Canada to get your coffee crisp fix. I don't know. You call dibs on one? I'll have to see how many I can bring. We might have to bring them and then cut them in half. And everyone can have like half a coffee crisp. Can share the double love. Yeah, I know. The fire is really nice. I love being able to have a fire. And they just dropped our fire ban here, actually, because we've had just like a campfire ban all summer, which always sucks because it's like summer's the camping time of year to go camping, but then we end up with forest fires, so they end up ditching, like, they end up just putting campfire bans on, which of course they have to, and yeah, and then it's just like it kind of just makes camping a little bit less fun. So tell me how you guys can hear me. Dad, how's the audio? Is it like choppy or something, or is it yeah, how is it? Is it just like sound weird? What's going on? Hi, muffled. It's muffled. Okay, I'm gonna turn the Bluetooth off, and you guys tell me if it sounds better. Okay, so hold on. Tell me if. Okay, can you guys hear me still? And does it sound better? Let me know. It's better? Oh wait. Better? Okay. Much better. Okay, perfect. Okay, those Bluetooth headphones suck then. Those dang headphones. It's not the first time they've let me down. Sometimes they work good and sometimes they just don't work at all. And this fire's really warm. It's like hot. I mean, I guess it's fire, so it would be hot, but it's getting pretty close to me. The wind keeps blowing it towards me. And then I thought that I had more firewood that was like actual like burning sizes, but lower volume, but clearer. Oh, dang it. I just got burnt by an ember and it wrecked my pants. Shoot. How are you doing like that? Fire? Okay. I got a little ember flew up and burnt my leg. That hasn't happened in a long time. So, I guess I'll just have to speak a little louder. So, I'm just going off my phone camera speaker now. So, that might be why the audio is a little lower. The fire is comfy. It just burnt my leg with an ember. For some reason, the wind decided to blow the fire towards me. It was all blowing that way a little bit ago. I'm actually almost too warm for this hoodie that I have on. And I'm annoyed at the fact that it ripped my pants. Better. Okay. A vote for Trump will change the world. I'm sure that at this point, no matter who people vote for, it's going to change the world one way or another. Well, yeah, my winter's coming. Started GoFundMe to fly to Australia. Well, Friday the 13th is gonna be good. And I can't use a mic, Dad. Hey, Solar Prepper, good to see you too. I think I lost track of one of the comments that I was just in the middle of answering. So I don't know how to get them back.
Oh, there we are. Friday the 13th, yeah, it is kind of a cool thing. We're bikers, you see. Yeah. We are bikers, that's for sure. You know what? I do like being a biker. And I always felt like that was kind of the whole attitude of bikers, is to just kind of say, like, you know, F it, and just go on with the way that they want to live their life and do things. So I always kind of thought that that was the whole thing. Which bike is out? That's my sister's Sportster. And yeah, we went for a ride today. So I was on my Dyna. My Dyna's right beside it there. And bike her. Yeah, my sister Lacey. And so we've done a couple little videos of us riding together, but she doesn't really want to be on my YouTube. I'm not gonna force her to be, so I'm just lucky that she's willing to do riding videos with me. So I really hope you guys can hear me well, because this traffic on this road, it's like it's a really peaceful neighborhood for the most part, but the traffic on this road just is almost like highway traffic. So that's a little irritating. Okay, good. Thanks, Billiard Bago. I feel like I haven't seen you around for a while. Good. Good sound, good. Okay, good. How's the traffic noise? The traffic noise always gets to me. The traffic noise up here always gets to me, and it's always one of my points of contention. I get so annoyed with the traffic. Drilling some holes and some handlebars to run some wires, and have to have turn signals on to pass inspection. Oh, I know, right? It's kind of one of those things. You gotta do what they tell you to do, at least until you've passed inspection, and then, yeah, kind of on the home stretch, or you're kind of free, a little bit more free to do what you want. When I'm going down the back roads through the curves and pines, who the president is doesn't even cross my mind, right? So true. It's like, that's why we go for that's why I like to go for rides, because it's like, it just helps you to not think about all those things that cause stress. 80,000 and 80,000 what, Chris? You've never lived where vehicle inspections are a thing? I gotta know where that is. If the vehicle has been like a write-off, or, you know, or sometimes you can get pulled over. Hello, Dave. Thank you, you too. My next bike project will probably be one of my Yamaha bikes. What goes through my mind? June bugs. Oh, June bugs? I know, right? And not hitting them. My next bike project, I'm gonna get a little closer to you guys. Hopefully not set myself on fire. Wouldn't that be the live of the year? Red Rider catches herself on fire. My next bike project is going to be one of my Yamaha Trials bikes, I think, because I really want to get one of those on the road, and, well, not on the road, just like rideable, so that I can actually go out and do some like off-road riding, because I've never actually done off-road riding. Thank you, Lloyd. Let me see what you said there. Oh, thanks, Lloyd. I appreciate you. Oh, guys, by the way, and Lloyd, that was your 5th super chat. That's what it said. So we're supposed to celebrate. have the bees been bad up there too? I got stung on the road. Yeah, actually, not the bees, but the wasps. I haven't seen much bumblebees, but the wasps have just been insane. Like, they're so annoying. I don't even know, man. There was this one wasp just following me around my garage all day yesterday. Yeah, so irritating. But, oh, another thing too, guys, and that's way late, but I've kind of just been busy. I will be doing a planned live because I do every 5,000 subscriber mark. I do like a Q&A kind of live, which ends up just being more of a hangout than a Q&A because you guys don't ask a whole lot of questions. But yeah, I'll be doing a Q&A style live to celebrate my 20,000 subscriber mark. And it's a little late because I'm at like 20,500 now, but I will be planning one of those to come up in the next week, hopefully. So yeah, and I did also go and get myself a winter job. Hello, Dave. And thank you, Moto Bomb. What am I burning? Why paper? I just have like, I don't know, a box of paper. So I figured I'd burn it rather than filling up my garbage can with it. It's just old, I don't know what it's like in the States, but you got to keep like any tax records and stuff like that for like 7 years. So it's just like old paperwork like that is no longer needed. But yeah, you got to keep it all on record for like 7 years or whatever in case you get audited. So it's just old paperwork like that I'm burning because, yeah, why not? Why not burn it? Have a fire. You need help with your super glide? Thanks, Junkyard. Yeah, hippie tribe, I think you were. There's a few of you guys on here who was one of my first 1,000. I think positively negative was one of my first 1,000. Lloyd was. There's a couple other people in here. Why do Canadians drink from jars? Because canning jars are cheaper than glassware from Walmart. So that's why I drink from jars. I'm not into spending money on dishes at this point in my life. Is water. I need water. Okay, so this is why I'm drinking water right now. Well, first of all, I haven't had much water today. And secondly, how fast and easy is it to cross the border on a bike? I've never crossed the border on a bike. I know flying, it was super easy to get into the States. It was a pain. It was more of a pain in the butt to get back into Canada, though. So I haven't crossed the border on my bike yet, but maybe I will, hopefully before the winter or early next spring. Canadians are smart. We try to be. So, anyways, I'm drinking water right now because this is totally like not bike related or anything. This is just me related. So okay, one of my most favorite snacks lately, because it's healthy, it's easy, it's like super easy for in the garage, and it's healthy, like it's not crap like potato chips or something like that. So I buy the mini baby cucumbers, mini grape tomatoes, and then cheddar cheese and pepperoni sticks, the turkey pepperoni sticks I like. And I'll just like wash the tomatoes, cucumbers, cut up some cheese and whatever, and there you got some snacks, and it's so delicious, guys, like seriously. So I bought myself some of that at the grocery store this morning, some tomatoes, baby tomatoes, baby cucumbers, pepperoni sticks, and cheddar cheese, and I was eating that, and then I was just like thinking about like, oh, it's so healthy and delicious, and then I started reading. The cucumber salad's really good too, and so I started reading the nutrition facts on the pepperoni. And then I was like reading, and it said 20, and it's like small pepperonis like that. And it said 21% of your daily sodium in 2 pepperoni sticks. And I'd just eaten like 5 or 6 of them. And I was just like, holy man. And then plus the cheese. I was like, I don't need any more sodium. And like, I definitely need water. Your first new Harley was a 1981 FXB Sturgis. Loved the bike, hated the dry clutch. It's great to see your dad in some of your vids. It just goes to show you us older bikers still love our Harleys. Yeah, like, I think most people who love their Harleys never stop loving them. You know, it's like true love never dies. And yeah, the dry clutch, you didn't like the sound of it? Or I think that's the only thing I've ever heard anyone complain about when it comes to dry clutches is the sound. Port Dover, Friday the 13th, Ontario. Okay, I'll try to remember that. There's always time for bacon. There always is. Definitely always time for bacon. Hey, Joe. Yeah, I could pretty much always go for bacon. I could pretty much always go for food. So that is one thing. I'm not super picky about my food. There's some things that I definitely do not like. Mostly seafood. And yeah, other than that, I'm not super picky. Yeah, exactly, right, Glenn? Who needs drinking glasses? And you know what? At this point in my life, just being not very old and kind of wanting to do stuff and you know, just go places and stuff like that, and like not owning property, so I move often enough that I like not owning a lot of things that I care about. You know, like my shop is enough to move, and other than that, when it comes to dishes and furniture, I'd rather get cheap stuff off Marketplace that I don't care about. I don't need anything fancy or cool or antique or rare or anything like that at this point, because I'd rather have stuff that I don't care about getting rid of, because I'd rather get rid of it than move it. Hi, David. Yes, exactly. Everyday drinking glasses. Yeah, and that's kind of how I grew up. But yeah, so yeah, I figured this Fireside live would kind of be cozy. Hello, Chris. And yeah, I thought little Fireside chats. I was thinking of trying to make it like a weekly thing, just random Fireside live chats. Yeah, no room for stuff you don't need, exactly, Trev. And like, it's just like I've never been a collector of things until I started collecting motorcycles. And I've never been super sentimental, which some things I do regret getting rid of, because you're welcome, Chris. Because some things I think I wish I would have been a little more sentimental about, but you can't take any of that stuff to heaven with you anyways, so it's not something to cry about. And Lloyd, I didn't get anything from you yet. I got something from Sick Bastard recently, and from oh shoot, man, I'm running a blank for his name right now. But yeah, I haven't seen anything from you yet, Lloyd. But yeah, you know what? It's just nice not owning a bunch of little trinkets and things like that you make yourself care about. You know? It's like I avoid buying things that I'm going to really care about too much. Hey, Moto Noggin. Other than motorcycles. That's definitely my downfall. The forest brought a mountain Jedi out of seclusion. That is funny. Okay, guys. I'm gonna have to go grab another chunk of fire. I'm gonna have to go grab another chunk of fire. I'm gonna have to go grab a chunk of wood from around the corner here. And I'm going to try to set my phone up better. So give me 1 second. Canadian bacon is ham. Waiting on my next live. So my next live is going to be soon. It'll probably be, I'm tentatively planning for next Sunday. Yeah, so we'll see. Back bacon, man. Why are you guys talking about bacon right now? Making me want to have a midnight breakfast, even though it's not even midnight. But that used to be mine and my siblings. One of our favorite pastimes was to just make breakfast at like 10 at night on a weekend night. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, I'm gonna try to set the camera up a little better. My phone, I should say. So, let's see how I do here with it. Got this phone holder, and it's not really the best. Okay, but I think that this will be better. Okay, guys, please don't mind me. I don't like having to do this stuff to you guys. It's like I feel so bad moving you all around, and but that tripod is actually broken, so okay. I think that's a wee bit better. And I gotta get some more wood on this fire before it goes out. Oh yeah, that's way too big to fit in the fire pit. There we go. I'm not very good at this managing a fire thing. Hello, Van. My sister is riding her Sportster around. We went for a ride today, and she's been riding to work every day for the most part. And yeah, she's getting better. Getting better all the time. And I am not any better at managing a fire than I ever have been. Sometimes I do all right. Sometimes I just don't do very good at it. Okay. Keep burning. Fire. It's a good thing you guys aren't actually sitting beside me right now, because put some gas on it, I would be smoking you all out. Something in there. There we go. Just a little breath. As I have that piece of wood 5 inches away from my face. Okay, that's better. Don't catch my hair on fire. It would not be the first time. Does your shovel head drip? Oh my gosh, you want to see the puddle under my shovel head right now? My t-shirt size, I like to wear men's, actually, frick, I have so many baggy t-shirts, guys, like I look like a slob most of the time, but men's medium or small, sometimes, depending on how small the small is, but I like it to be a little looser fitting, and, yeah, that's my size. What am I planning to do with the yammy? So, the yammy, Okay, guys. I feel like I missed a bunch in the chat. Campfire model tent. That's for camping and renting under in the tarp. Yeah, I bet. So the Yamaha, I have my trials bike that I went and picked up. I went and bought one, but someone had given me one before that. So I've got 2 of them now, and I plan on just kind of trying to make one good one out of the 2 of them. So the one that was given to me is the engine seized, and it's just sat outside for like 12 years in the weather and stuff. And the one I bought was actually running. It's got new tires and stuff on it. So I'm going to use the chassis from the one that was given me because the frame and the one that I bought is broken. And then I'm going to, yeah, I'm just going to try to make one good bike out of the 2 of them, and then maybe one crappy bike out of the whatever's left. And the crappy bike, I'll either, well, or I'll just save it for parts, or I'll just make a crappy bike for friends to ride. That is kind of weird, James. Or Jamin. Hey, good. Oh, hey, Eric. Sick bastard, how are you? Oh, by the way, I love the shirt you got me. I was gonna wear it tonight, but then I didn't want to get it dirty trying to have a fire. And yes, Van, my sister's been riding. They went for a ride today. So yeah, okay, I'm just trying to catch up in the chat, and I need to, okay guys, if you ask me a question or if you comment or say something that you want me to respond to and I don't respond to it, you'll just have to repeat it, because it's probably just because I haven't seen it. So yeah, I'm gonna take these gloves off. Peter Petrov, I remember when I was a kid, we used to roast pork over the campfire every night with my friend, even though his parents were Muslims. Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I could go for some roasted beef. The one with a match, yeah. So I can show you guys I'll show you guys what I've got going on in the garage. For anyone who sticks around till the end of the live chat, the live or whatever, I'll show you what I've got in the garage right now. So I plan on working on my Yamahas next. Hey Danny, nice to see you too. I'm gonna eat this bowl of ice cream, roast beef, tomatoes, and Vegemite. Oh, I've never had Vegemite. There's no other rallies. So the rallies are over, but there is the show and shine this Saturday at the Harley dealership, so I will be going to that. But there's nothing left for rallies this year because we are in Canada and it gets cold really quickly here. It's like summer's not even over yet, and it's like as soon as the end of August comes, it's like all of a sudden everything is, it's not a garage? What is it? I guess it's maybe something. So my treasure trove is it's my sanctuary is actually what I call it. Hello, Mythical Brown, or Michael. I'm so sorry. I have a hard time reading this tiny screen. Gotta come south. Yeah. I built a nice mosquito control fire. Okay, that's good. That is heaven, Van. You are right. I call it my sanctuary. It's my quiet place. Yeah, I'll be going to a show and shine this Saturday, and that's pretty much it for bike events that I know of. And I'm eating an apple fritter. Get rid of that. Have I ever hit 160 clicks? Not on my bike. I've been close, maybe $1.45. They used to put drip pans under the new shovel heads on the showroom floor. That's so funny. They just always leak. My Yamaha are 1970s, not sure exactly what year. Mid 70s. I think one of them's a 72 and the other's 76. TY 250s. So I've got two of them. They're both really similar to each other, and I want to. I thought you'd be happy, Peter. Nikolai, I thought you'd be happy for this live. What was I saying? I have such a bad train of thought when I'm trying to read comments. I've got two TY 250s, yes, and I want to make one good bike out of the two of them. So one of them's in better shape than the other. They both have actually, they're good parts. So I think I could make, yeah, Yamahas. I could make one pretty good bike out of the two of them. And I will show you guys the oil drips on my garage floor, as well as the Yamahas. My shop's actually kind of clean right now because I kind of cleaned it yesterday. But then we were working in there a little bit. Good night. Good night, Bruce. Have a good sleep. I know it's a little bit of a late live, but I figured well, it's hard to make everybody happy when you got people all over the world. It'll be off-road only. I was gonna try to find like way to register it, but yeah, it'll be off-road only, unfortunately. I think if I wanted to put the TYs on the road, I'll have to see if they've ever been registered or if it's possible. It does snow, but normally not till December. If I want to put the TYs on the road, I'll have to find a way to get registration or see if registration is possible for either one of them. So I'll have to like search the VIN numbers and all that. Hello, Kevin. And then I would have to make it street legal, put lights on it and all that. Which it would be nice to have it street legal, because then I can ride it. I don't need a trailer to go ride it. I can ride it to wherever I want to go and do crazy off-road stuff with. But I might just set up a trials run in my backyard. You never know. Right? Exactly, Rick. So yeah, that's kind of the deal with the trials bikes. I'd love to have a dual sport of some sort. It is, Kevin. Salvage title? I think that's kind of what my Dyna is. Is it not salvage, but a rebuild? Unless salvage is a different one. I think I've heard of that before. But they may do something like that. See ya, Trev. Oh, Trev's going to make a new video. If you guys don't follow Hippie Trev yet, go check out his channel, because he does some cool stuff on there too. Bikes and buses and things like that. Hello, Rob Lowe. My Dyna, would that be considered salvage title, Dad? Because yeah, I think that our salvage title is called a rebuild. Because my Dyna says rebuild, so I think it's just called different. Hello, Hansel. 6 in the morning. And you are sitting in the barn beside my 1972 Charger drinking beers. Really? Have I been watching? Have you been watching Diamante's build at Mint Custom? I have not been watching. Your 04 Road King is salvage title because the accident before I bought it at an auction. Okay, yeah, my Dyna's rebuild. Okay, see you, Glenn. Thanks for popping in. Okay. Came from night shift. Oh, graveyard shifts. Well, you gotta have an after work beer before you go to bed. Oh, you're welcome, Jeremy. Thanks for sending in your pics. Nice. My plans for the weekend. I think the weekend's over. So Tuesday. But coming weekend, I've got a show and shine. Hello, Luke. Just got back from your third ride back after my ride. Cool. I'm glad you're riding again. Nice. Did you send me pictures of your Indian bobber yet for my show? When I talk about your dad and do things with him, it makes you happy. Tears. I miss those times. Aw. Yeah, we gotta soak in the moments with our family while we can. Ciao, Chris. Oh, midnight walk. Aw, midnight waddle. Have a good night, Chris. Thanks for popping in. The crow never came home. That's kind of normal though with them wild birds. They're here living their happy lives and then taking advantage of the free food, and then suddenly they're gone and they don't come back. But that's because they get out there and their wild instinct just takes over, I guess, enough that they don't care about their humans anymore, which is good because that's kind of what I wanted him to go out and be able to be independent. So I hope he's out there being independent and loved by a crow family. Yeah, so it's kind of the point. I've never agreed with the people who, you get people who will rescue wild birds and then they lock them up in a cage and they don't let them leave. And I don't agree with that. Oh. Hey, Ryder, have you ever repaired a chainsaw? Nope. Do you have a chainsaw needs fixing, or? Sadly, the bad weather. Oh, you guys got some bad weather too? Here and now it's car season because of many rainy days. Oh. Yeah, it rains a lot there, doesn't it? Hello, Kevin. New rider, what you riding? Hello, Mo. Cooling off down where you are too, hey? No, I've tried to be a chainsaw mechanic for about 5 years, and it is so difficult. Really? I've never worked on I've never used a chainsaw. So, yes, I cannot say. I've never had to repair a chainsaw. Corn and tomatoes. Oh man, I love garden tomatoes. I've never fixed a weed whacker either, but I'm sure that you could find YouTube videos if you're trying to fix your garden equipment. Honda Rebel. You could send me some pictures, Kevin. There'll be an email address on if you go to my YouTube channel. In any of my videos, there will be an email address. You can email me photos of your bike and be in an episode. Who taught me bikes? My dad has taught me my bike stuff, and I've just and whatever my dad hasn't taught me, I've looked up and learned in manuals or watching videos on YouTube. So I always think there's probably someone yeah, whenever there's something I gotta do, like on my vehicles, because, thanks, Danny, I've always kind of just wanted to fix my own stuff because I don't want to be super dependent on anybody. So when it comes to fixing my vehicles and my bikes and stuff, I don't want to have to depend on a shop, I should say, to have to fix stuff for me. Yeah, there is a time difference, so you're a couple hours ahead of me. Yeah, I've always kind of just wanted to figure stuff out for myself, and I've always told myself there's probably someone out there stupider than me figuring out how to do the job that I need to do when it comes to mechanics, and that's kind of how I like psych myself up to being able to do mechanic stuff. Yeah, and it's like sometimes you're not always going to be in a situation where you're not always going to be in a situation where you can have someone else do your work for you. You're not always going to be in a situation where you have the money to pay a shop, or, where you have a friend who's able to help you or whatever, right? So that's also why I like some of the older vehicles and stuff, because you can figure them out. Yeah. Bye, Kevin. Hey, Greg. Yeah, me too, Van. I'm too cheap to pay someone else. It's like, why would I want to pay you $500 to fix something that I could fix for $130 in a bit of time? Or whatever. Okay, Chris, have a good night. Thanks for coming around. Yeah, right? Bonding with your machine, and you get to know it, and you get to, and you know what, you feel better. Like, I don't know, I feel pretty good when I'm done fixing something. Like, I just feel like I've accomplished something, instead of just, like, taking it to someone else to fix it, and then being, back at square one next time something else breaks. Don't have the time. Yeah, I can understand that. I think if I didn't have the time, and I had the money, I would probably be more likely to pay some other people if I had someone I trusted. But, yeah. I don't have many mosquitoes here. Not right now. We did we did a couple months ago, but there's not as many now. That's why you ride a Yamaha. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you weld, then you can sew, and I've learned to do both. But so if you sew, you can probably weld too. I can sew. If you can't work on it, like a woman, if you can't work on it, or what I think, give her love, you should not ride. Oh my gosh. I wish I had a garage. You know what, Rick? I do not complain about my garage, because I know there's so many people out there who just wish they had one. Working on your own stuff. I wish the comments didn't disappear. Stuff adds so much more enjoyment to your motorcycling. It does. Yeah, and you know what? Like, I remember being a teenager and just learning how to ride. Hey, sick kid. Hey, party on. I remember being a teenager and just when I first started riding and stuff like that, or not riding, when I first started driving and owning my own vehicles and stuff, and I just remember, like, yeah, I didn't want to be one of those girls who just uses being a girl as an excuse to not know how to do a lot of things. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to learn how to do all the things that I'm probably going to end up needing to have done for me. And it's not like trying to be anything that I'm not kind of thing. But I just think that every human being should be able to, like, tow pull their own weight. And if you're gonna drive a vehicle, you should know how to fix it. At least like the basic stuff, because why would you want to be left stranded because of something silly? So, yeah. Never trust a Yamas, so you have to move to Indian. Oh, I feel like I'm missing things here. This chat flies by so quickly sometimes. I'm not a stereotypical redhead, and like that I'm not angry. It's water. Robert, I was telling everyone about my pepperoni my pepperoni binging today, that I realized how much sodium was in pepperoni, and I was like, no wonder my throat is so dry. So I'm drinking water. I'm gonna have to go get more of it. Yeah, I don't know, you guys let me know if you like these fireside chats. I didn't really think there was gonna be a lot of people here because of how late it is, but I don't really know where y'all live either, so wasn't sure how many people would show up, but there's a decent amount. There's 108 likes on the video, so I've had at least 108 people pop in. But yeah, I just figured like a little fireside get together, chat, I don't know, talk about things that maybe I don't normally talk about, stuff like that, you know. Different, you know, just hang out by the fire. How late is it? I think it's like 9 o'clock at night right now. Yeah, so I think you must be, are you in the PNW? Where do you live? Yeah, it should be just after 9 where I'm at. I started my live stream at 8 p.m. Midnight in Jersey. 9:15 p.m. in Atlanta. Yeah. We love you, and we would all get along. I think we would all get along. You know what, you guys? This I will promise you all. If 12 in Ohio, if I ever, okay, you guys, a lot of you guys are a little further east than me. Okay, guys, I'm gonna promise you all this. If I ever become one of those YouTubers who just does really well and can afford to do like extravagant things, one of the things I'm going to start is my own rally camp out, and you guys will all be invited. And yeah, if I ever actually start doing that well on YouTube, that is definitely something I will do. And I will not just say that and not do it. I will actually do that. If I ever get to the point where I can pay and give you guys a barbecue camp out weekend, I will definitely do that. Do something cool like that. I feel like I should have smokies. If you guys want me to do regular fireside things, I thought that might be a okay winter thing to do. If it's not super freezing. Talk about things, you know. I was thinking about doing them Sunday evenings. Like Sunday evening firesides. And I'm not sure about every week because I'm not always available every single week, but they would probably just be random and not super planned. It would be a long trip. Yeah, it would be a long trip, but I would definitely make sure it was worth it for anybody showing up. And I think that would just be so cool if I was able to do that once a month. Yeah, I think something like once a month or maybe a couple times a month. Something like that. And I would try to do it and where I could invite you all. You know? Maybe even book a campsite just over the border or something, or yeah, but those are all dreams. And we just have to see if dreams will come true sometimes. No, I've never been to Sturgis, but I would like to be to Sturgis sometime. Oh my gosh, Luke, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. I'm keen. I know my dad would be keen. I'm just going to quickly answer that for you, Luke, or for my dad, because my dad, I already know his answer, but that would be so cool. Trust in the Lord always, yeah. Wouldn't that be so cool, Hippie Trev? Wouldn't it? It'd be like a red ride. If I could do them, like, okay, guys, nobody get excited, because I'll get excited enough for us all, and it's like, it's all just like only if I ever had enough money that I could do something like that for everybody, and I would definitely do it, and I would absolutely love doing it, and I would do like a Red Rider retreat and whatever biker retreat type thing, and we would all just get together and hang out and, you know, have food and just have good times, and anybody who comes to cause trouble would be promptly removed. But I think that most of you guys are not the kind of people who would come to cause trouble. Most of you guys who would show up. And it would be great. I know that there's this channel my dad watches, and it's called Camping with Steve, and he did something like that for his viewers, where he like did like a free barbecue, like hangout meet and greet thingy, and yeah, it was like such a cool idea. But I would do it as like a overnight like camp out thingy. My nose is itchy. Man, why does that happen? Somebody said something about emailing photos. By the way, Red Rider, any plans on heading south to hang out with the weirdos again? I'm hoping to, but it just depends if I'm going to be able to get away. Mostly it's just a money thing, if I can afford it or not. Oh, thanks, Billiard Bagel. That garage is as great as Shade Tree Surgeons. It's pretty much all Harleys in my garage. Got a few non-Harley bikes. Your passport's expired? Shoot. Call 911. Yeah, guys. Okay, I'll let y'all know when it's time to renew your passports. Okay? If you ever start seeing me get like, well, you all know. If I ever start getting like really actually YouTube famous where I'm making the monies, then I will. But YouTube, I gotta find a way of like diversifying, I think. So I think that most people make their money on sponsorships. And yeah, 2 wheels are 2 wheels. That's right, Van. My garage just requires more maintenance than Shade Tree Surgeons because I got a bunch of Harleys. Yeah. No reason to ever leave Australia. Unless you want to come to Canada for the Red Rider Biker Camp Out Retreat. Which may or may not ever happen. Yeah, that'd be so cool, though. Definitely would be so cool. Those are just things that I dream about. My fire is almost down. It's a good fire. It's actually a good fire. Shade Tree is a character. And that's what I realized actually being there, is that Shade Tree Surgeon is, he's totally like a character that Josh puts on for his channel. Have a good night, Van. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it's totally like a character that Josh puts on, and Josh himself, he's actually a super nice person. And like the whole time I was there, he just kept asking me, like, just kept making sure that I was enjoying myself. He kept asking me, are you having a good time? Are you enjoying yourself? So yeah, Josh actually seems like a really nice, genuine person. Robert, I'm not really too sure. I always felt like going from Australia to Canada was pretty easy because we're all like part of the Commonwealth. So I thought that made things a little easier, but I do know that me getting into the States was easier than me getting back into Canada. Hello, Tobin Lake. So Canada, getting back into Canada, there was definitely more security measures than there was for me going into the States. And like I was saying on Rainy Riders live the other night, I think that's because everyone in the States has guns. So they're not as worried. Whereas in Canada, I don't know, we don't all have guns. So they, maybe they're a little more worried about who they let in. And, well, I don't know. Can't really say that because they don't really seem too worried about who they let in. Hello, Trev. Hello. Yeah, so that's kind of my theory of why it was so much easier to get into the US than it was to get back into Canada. My nose is so itchy right now, guys. I don't know what's going on. But I feel like I need pepperoni, even though I've already eaten so much pepperoni. Oh yeah, same here, Billiard Bago. Those dang boats, man. Next May in Maggie Valley. Black Hills. Oh, really? Sounds beautiful. Sounds like a place to go and eat Black Forest cake. Fire stick. Do I watch Hippie's Chopper Corner? No, I don't. Actually, never heard of it. Maggie Valley is the museum that runs. If anyone likes the old school choppers runs, I found a channel, 947 works. That was pretty cool. Oh, cool. A meetup in May. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice here right now. I do like the fall time. I always say this time of year, like early spring and then fall, is like shovelhead season. I love riding my shovelhead in those times of the year. Ooh. Yeah. Another shrimp on the Barbie. I'm thinking you mean another piece of wood on the fire. I would like to have some hot dogs, but I do not have any hot dogs. Glory Days Chopper Show at Pittsburgh Brewing Company, September 21st. Where's that at, Matt? Oh, Matt, it's too far away for me. We call them prawns, not shrimp. I always thought prawns and shrimp was two different things. I don't really like marshmallows, Billiard Bago. Like, I'll eat a s'more or maybe two, but I'd rather have a smoky and a bun. You're welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out. You have a good evening too. As big as my hand. I don't like shrimps, guys. Okay, that's like the... I'm not super picky about my food, but it's seafood. And especially like shellfish, I can't. I just can't do it. I've tried. And then like I'll see people eating shrimps. And everyone's like, people just are enjoying their shrimp so much, and I want to like it. It makes me want to like shrimp, but I've tried and it doesn't work. Yes, brats. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yum, Greg. Yes. Bratwurst. Oh, okay, we do bison. There was this truck that used to sell bison smokies. They were the best. Hey, Rick. Okay, catch you later. Hope you have a good night, Luke, if you're taking off. Or good day, I guess, for you. If we ear-tag donations for trips you want, Miss Angel, fast cards can be sent easier than cash. I'm not going to ask my audience for anything, because I think I asked them for enough just by having places for them to donate. Have a good day, Luke. Thanks for the knives in advance. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask my audience to give me anything, because I think they give me enough. Their views are enough and their support. And I have donation links for Patreon and PayPal, and I think that is enough to ask for. And if people want to give me, like, I don't think anyone needs to give me anything. That's just how I feel about it. But I appreciate everybody who wants to help me and whatever, and help me to get to the States to visit. Bye. Like last year, Dave, one of my viewers, Dave, helped me. He actually is the one who paid for my trip to Florida. A couple of my viewers actually helped with that. So Dave paid for my trip, and then someone else sent me a little bit just to help cover like food costs and stuff while I was there, and different little things like that. So I definitely am very appreciative of anything like that. But I would not have been able to make it to Forgotten Angels last year if it were not for that. And yeah, so this year I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to have enough money together to make it. So I did just get a winter job, and hopefully I'll be able to save up a little bit of money in this month coming and make it down there. And Sick Bastard has offered for me to use one of his bikes if I do make it down, so that'll save me a bit of an expense on a rental. And last time I was there, I already had my Airbnb booked, but last time I was there, then David and Cindy offered that I could stay at their place after the rally, if I wanted to like go and check out Tampa. So I know that my next trip there, it could be more affordable for sure, because I may just have to pay for the flight, and I might not have to pay for a place to stay or for a bike to rent. So it'd make it a little more affordable to go. And I will definitely, if I'm able to make it to Forgotten Angels again, guys, I will definitely, I will most definitely be there. And as soon as I know if I'm going, the moment I buy a ticket, if I end up doing that, then you guys will all know. I will make sure you all know. Because, yeah, I just had such a good time there. And I like doing my lives from those things, too. So it makes it more like everyone's involved. Good, Luke. Good to have you then. Yeah, hang out and stay and right. Yes. I had crocodile while I was there, Robert. I had a piece of it. Or no, not crocodile, alligator. Okay, Forgotten Angels is so it's a charity biker rally. They do it twice a year in Florida, in Tampa. It's like near Tampa, Florida. So they do it in March and then they do it in October. It's $100 for, I think, 4 days. So you go from the Thursday to the Sunday. All your beer and food and raffle tickets for the giveaway bike is all included in the $100. And it's like a biker camp out, and it's all for charity. So Dave and Cindy have this Forgotten Angels. Cindy started for all of the kids who age out of the foster system down there, and it's like they just help them get like into work programs, and they just teach them how to be like responsible citizens. And yeah, it's a really good cause. And I went in March, and it was just such a good time. Like, everyone there was so friendly and inviting. Like, man, you guys, like, I just loved it. And all of the people were just like, yeah, it was a really good time. Kangaroo, I don't think I'd be able to eat. Kangaroo is kind of like a big rat, in my opinion. But the alligator wasn't bad. But I think I just couldn't get over the idea of it being alligator, so kangaroo's good, really. Skippy burgers, is that what a kangaroo burger is called? A Skippy burger? Most exotic food I've ever ate was alligator. Or, yeah, alligator. And it was alright. It was actually not bad. I actually ate that at the OCC Roadhouse Museum. I had gator bites. I had a gator bite. And it wasn't bad at all. It was breaded and deep fried, so, you know, made it pretty easy to go down. Hello, Ivan. Oh, nice. Glad you got to go out for a ride. Bye, Slick. When am I coming back to the States? We were just talking about that, and if I can make it in October to Forgotten Angels, then I will be, but I just don't know if I'll make it or not yet. So, gotta save up a little bit of money and see if I can get myself a flight there. Kangaroo, yeah, like it reminds me of like a big rat. Great eating good. Like that, I don't know, like I just thought that's what they look like, kind of. But they're cuter, obviously, but they kind of resemble. I don't know. Or a furry T-Rex with their short arms. It could be that too, maybe. Is that better? I don't know. Just kidding. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to eat kangaroo. They're like He-Man with a tail. Yeah, those things, they look pretty crazy. We actually have a couple kangaroo farms here. So, if you go in the spring, you get to hold the babies. Kiwi on pizza? Yes or no? I've never tried it. Is it good? You tell me. I like pineapple on pizza, so maybe I'd like kiwi on pizza. Cute and little? Did I call them cute and little? No, the babies are. Probably cute and little. Hi, my son made a comment above, but yes, hello. David Lingo. I don't know. Did I miss a comment? What was the comment? He can say the comment again because I probably didn't see it. Kangaroos are all muscle. Okay, repeat your comment if I missed. Now I'm curious. David Lango, what did your son say? Wallaroos. They remind me of rats too, right? Oh man, but they're cute though. Pineapple on pizza. Now that it. Oh, are you serious? I love pineapple. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you guys had the crazy choppers, didn't you? Your son with the green Like, calling it the Green Goblin bite because that's kind of reminds me of. Maybe don't show it to the Italians. The mafia will come after me. I feel like I need to try kiwi on pizza. Oh, and I cannot read your comment, Nikolai. Steve, I see you. But I'm not sure if I've seen all your comments. Hello, Junior. Thanks, Junior. Banana on pizza? No. Okay. But apple. Yeah, your long bikes, David. I remember you guys for sure. Apple, green apple, and ham pizza is very good. No Paul tonight. Yeah, I noticed. He must be in bed already. I started late, so. Banana dough base for the pizza. Okay, maybe if it's got like chocolate sauce and peanuts and ice cream for a topping. Apple and sugar pancakes, guys. I'm definitely gonna have to go inside and make breakfast. Oh, I love anchovies on pizza. Oh, wait, anchovies? No, I don't. Wait, anchovies. Are those the tiny fish? No, I don't like them. I thought you were talking about, those little, like, vegetable thingies that look like a little mini lettuce. Yes, Canadian bacon and pineapple, Van. That's definitely my favorite pizza. I love pizza. I could eat pizza every day. 3 times a day. Oh my gosh, guys. Not avocado. I was thinking of, shoot, what are they called? They look like, they look like a little tiny head of lettuce. Artichoke. Yes, that's what I love. Bad fish on pizza? No. I'm not Brussels sprouts. Artichokes, Mark. I like artichokes on pizza or on sandwiches. How can you sit by the fire and not fry meat in it? Well, I didn't think about bringing meat down with me, and I thought it might be rude to sit here and eat and be chewing. then I would be making you guys all definitely hungry. Now we all just get to be hungry together. I do need to eat, you guys. Guys need to stop making me hungry. Maybe I should just order pizza, but I can't because I'm doing a live stream on my phone. So, shoot. I wonder if Siri will listen to me. Siri can't order pizza for me. I want to go. Apparently, New York has like the best pizza. I don't know. Do you think Italian pizza would be the best? Oh, okay. Google camera. Oh, really? Right, Hansel? Oh, so. I don't know how to say your hand so. Yeah, I could eat pizza every day for the rest of my life also. I feel like it's one of those things where I will never get tired of it. You're all gonna send me pizza. Next thing you know, it'll be Red Ryder got too fat to ride her shovelhead. I absolutely love pizza. And you know what the funny thing is? Depending on where you're sending the pizza from, it would probably still be okay by the time it got here. Pizza's like one of those magical foods that never has to be put in the fridge. I think it can be made with chicken gravy. Some people make it with chicken gravy, but I think it's best with beef gravy, actually. Any pizza with anchovies on it. No, I don't like the little fish. Yeah, the fat rider. I think I missed something in the chat. I've probably missed a lot. How many girlfriends has Elon Musk had? I don't know. Show us your garage. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you guys my garage. Angel face. Hello. I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm gonna show you guys my garage. soon as I adjust this piece of wood so that it's not going to fall out of the fire. I'm going to show you guys my garage. Okay. Who wants to see my garage? My dad had a Ford Model T. My dad built a Ford Model T hot rod. And yeah, it was pretty cool. It was like, I think it was like, how much, Dad? 400 horsepower, and it was like 1,500 pounds and crazy. Me. Garage, me. Okay, you guys want to see the garage. Okay, let's go then. Now that the fire's blazing. It's actually a pretty good fire. Okay. Bikes. The garage is cleanish. Model A 4-banger Roadster pickup. That sounds really cool. Okay, so let's flip this around. Really, Greg? Okay, I need to clean this lens. Sorry. Mine and my sister's bike. Oh, the coil bracket. I'll show it to you right now. And I did ask him about it yesterday, Gregory, but we were getting the garage working. So I'll have to remember to do that when I go upstairs. I'm going to show you my coil bracket. Okay, so this is my shovel head. My shop is a little bit of a mess right now. I've got that cardboard there, but I save cardboard for when I have to lay on the ground under my truck. So this is, oh, it's hard to get in here. There's not much. Okay, so my dad made this. So we got the top motor mount here, right? So this is the top motor mount, and that's where the motor mount would, you know, normally bolt on the motor. Yeah, I do. I've got it under this. So, and then he made this part here. Not sure how well you can see that. Right? So then they bolt on here. And, yes, the humble petcock. So they bolt on here. And having the weight, no, it doesn't affect, like, it's not a problem. Like, the weight isn't actually being held up by this, right? Because everything fits properly. So I think that the motor mount is, I might have to ask my dad because I don't remember, but I think the motor mount is actually just like a stock motor mount, and my dad made like these bits to add to it. So there's this here, but that's actually just holding my oil pressure gauge. And my dad made it because he liked to look like that, because he wanted it to look like a factory kind of setup type deal, Gregory. So I don't know, Gregory, does that help you a little bit? I can definitely send you some pictures because I know this video is not going to be the most clear. So I'll send you pictures and then I'll ask my dad more about it. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see. So okay, my dad made the motor mount, he says. So everything just has to be fit properly, right? Like you got all this stuff needs to be fit precisely, but I'm sure that you could get an already made motor mount and add those things to it, is what I would think, but I'm not the fabricator here, my dad is. So my bike is leaking a lot, guys. Like, so I came and looked under here the other day. I was actually standing across the shop and I was just like, man, my bike's just leaking so much. And you can't see it now because I put all this cat litter on it. So that's soaking up whatever was on the floor, and then that's just catching the extra drips. Yeah, okay, let's get out of this corner. Okay, and now the Yamahas. I love this bike too. I'll probably be riding that this weekend to the show and shine. Okay, things are a bit of a mess in here. I think I said that. So that's one of my iron heads. At the bottom where the terminals bolt on. Okay. Give me 1 second. It'll be a loud noise for a second. I move this table. Okay. So, okay, it's really hard to see, but I wonder if I can turn a light on here. Yes. So you can see you've got like this bracket here. So this is like a separate piece that bolts on to the motor mount part. And you got like the bracket comes down there behind the coils. And then the terminals is bolting onto the bottom here. Yeah, so I will have to, it's really hard to see when it's on the bike. Yeah, I will send you pictures for sure, and I can send you the details about like my dad, how he fit it and all of that and everything too, because it does need to be fit precisely. The seat's not bad, Luke, actually. I know everyone comments on my seat, but you know what? It was made to fit my butt, so it's pretty comfortable for a while. Stock shovel heads use iron head Sportster plugs on the right side. The copper lines, yeah, I was steampunk inspired while my bike was going together. I need to do another walk around video and just show some of that stuff on my bike a little more up close. Yeah. Okay, so the Yamahas. Yeah, I've got SNS heads. Angle. You love it when angels spelled like angles. Okay, so my Yamahas. So this is the Yamaha trials bike. It was given to me. I believe it's a 72. It's an earlier 70s Yamaha trials bike. So that was given to me. And it was owned by one guy who rode it for a very long time. And he passed away. And an old friend of my dad's knew this guy really well. And anyway, the family hung on to the bike for a long time, like 12 years. It sat outside for 12 years. And it was in perfect condition, apparently, when it was parked. But then it sat outside for 12 years. The family had a hard time parting with it. And then my dad's old friend, who's like, I've known him my whole life. So my dad's known him for a very long time. He heard that they were just going to haul the bike to the dump, and he didn't want to see it get thrown out. And he knows that my dad and I like to fix old bikes. So he got a hold of me and he told me that he was going to give us this bike, and I just had to go pick it up. So I went and picked it up. But as you can see, like all these things that would be like bent and stuff, like that stuff's all in like really good shape because the bike was in really good shape when it was parked. And then it's just been really weathered. So the engine's seized. I started taking it apart because I just wanted to see how badly it was seized and stuff. And I realized it was more of a project than I could get into at the time because I was working on my dad's shovel head with him. And then I noticed now, like when I was looking at it recently, yeah, I've got dual plug heads. So when I was looking at it recently, I noticed that the piston ring's actually broken. So I think that's actually jamming the cylinder on to the piston. So I can't actually get it off. I can move the cylinder around, but I can't pull it up. And then the bottom end must be seized too, because you'd think, because the piston's at the bottom of the stroke, so you think I should at least be able to pull it up and have like the piston rod should move, but I think the bottom end is seized because it was all full of water. It was like the Titanic in there. Like it was all like green and slimy and corroded, and yeah. So anyways, this has got a good frame and it's got a good tank. I like that tank better than that tank. Got good bars. Front end is I probably won't use the front end off that one. So this one's more maintained. Like this one was actually being ridden recently. So it definitely obviously needs the front end rebuilt. So I'll decide which one of these front ends I want to use when the time comes. I like those bars better, so I'll use those bars. I'll use the original levers. And then this has fairly new tires. I know the wheels should be straight, so the wheels I'll use. This one turns over and it's got good compression, So that I will definitely, I will use the motor out of this. It does have some broken fins. I might be able to swap heads because I think that, not head, sorry. Yeah, would that be the head? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I might be able to swap those and use the better shape. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I should be able to do that. Swap that and not use the one with the broken fins. I'll probably rebuild the original carburetor off of that. Rocker cover, yeah, Dave. I didn't know if it was called a rocker cover because this is only 2 pieces. So, like, I know with my shovel head, it's the cylinders, the heads, and then the rocker cover. And I don't know what these are. I don't know these Japanese bikes. So I'll rebuild the carburetor off of that one and use that carburetor. Valve rockers, okay. And anyways, so you guys saw me do a video of my picking up this bike the one that I bought, and it's a head, okay. So you guys saw the video of me picking this bike up, and anyways, I paid too much for it. I realized actually a couple weeks after I got it home that it's a 2-stroke, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to show you a couple of things I noticed on it afterwards. I did, actually, I put Croil in there. I put, like, man, yeah, I got to take the thing apart, and I'm going to throw it in a barrel of diesel. And only has a cylinder and a head. Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys the stuff I noticed on this bike, making me realize that I should have paid a lot less for it. Yeah, they're 2-strokes. Okay, anyways, let's turn this camera back around and make sure my light's off so my camera doesn't die. Okay. Anyways, so that's all busted up. I think the one on the other bike's in better shape. There was something else about this that I noticed on the engine. Oh, right down here. We got a crack there. So that's cracked. So I'm going to definitely have to use the one off the other bike. And I think they're exactly the same, so it should just bolt right on. But this is actually, yeah, they're look at that, broken. Look at how broken that is. And you know what, guys? So I was just sitting in my garage one day on the chair looking at stuff. And I think we all do that. We all have our chair, our garage chair that we sit. Yeah, exactly, Bob. That's what I need to do. So anyways, I was sitting in my and thinking garage chair, and I just happened to look over at this bike, and I was thinking about it. And then I noticed this. Like, look at how busted that is. So I was pretty upset about that when I noticed it. And yeah, I was just like, I paid too much for this bike. So anyways, it's here now. And you know what? I'm not going to complain because I got that one for free, and now I've got enough of the stuff I've got a running motor, I've got decent wheels, I've got enough stuff that I can actually make a decent bike out of the 2 of them. So yeah, anyway, that kind of sucked, but the seat's in good shape here. I may be able to make it fit on there. From a broken chain, yeah, probably, hey. Right? I know, right? Joe, that must have been it, yeah. So, and you know what, though? And I was just like, and then after I got it, I was just like, man, did this guy just, like, he knew that was broken, or did he not know it was broken? And the guy who sold it to me, he was pretty big. Like, he was definitely too big for a bike like this. So, I don't know. But, he seemed to think the bike was decent. And I don't know. I kind of feel like he just kind of wasn't totally honest about it. So anyway, he mixed the oil. So we took the oil tank off. And I've been advised to do the same. Oh, okay. Sandy? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, anyways, I've been advised to mix the fuel rather than having a separate oil supply. My phone's only got 20% battery left. I paid $600 for it, maybe $650, and I feel like I should have paid $400. I feel like $400 would have been a more of a fair price when you look at like how bad a shape some of the stuff is in. Like, this has obviously been cut up and fit on here. Like, I don't think that that's original like that, but I'm not going to complain about it. I was upset about the frame being so busted up, but it can be fixed. It's an aluminum frame. I'd have to take it somewhere probably. But, yeah, it's not bad. My phone's only got 20% battery left on it. And you guys are always begging for a little more tiny time. Look at him. Tiny. So that video I put out of Tiny was actually from a few months ago when Tiny got really sick with... Oh, it's not aluminum? I thought it was. Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's rusty. What am I saying? Yeah, gonna cost a lot more than $600 to fix it. I know. But you know what? I got a free one, so I can't complain. So anyway, Tiny's here. The video I put out of Tiny the other day, he was... I had picked him up after like spending 3 days in the vet because he had a really bad bladder infection and kidney infection actually. So no, Loki never came back. I know I missed the guy. So anyways, that video was from the summertime, but then the recent video where I said Tiny was sick and I was coming home to take care of him, he'd been attacked by something. So this is healed now, but he had a huge... He probably is judging us all. He had a huge hole in his face. So that was what I was rushing home for the other day. This is the first time Tiny's ever had an injury like that. Have a good night, Tobin Lake. Hippie's Chopper Corner. Okay. Dang it, Sandy. I can't plug it in now. Doing a live. We only have a MIG. Wait, MIG? I can never remember what they are. I'll show you the welder. My dad knows. I can never remember if it's a TIG, MIG. This is the welder that was used. Where does it even say? Arc welding. I can never remember if it's a TIG or a MIG. Battery pack? Thanks, Sandy. I need one. Anyway, Tiny's face is better now. And Tiny's actually purring. I don't know if you guys can hear him. He's a very happy, angry-looking cat. Poor Tiny. Look at him. He looks old. Tiny is old. He's like 11 now. Yeah, right? Oh, no. MIG. Okay, it's a MIG. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back out to the fire. I think it's died down. This thing is on the lift for some finishing touches. If anybody's SNS air cleaner cover, I need a teardrop cover to fit that. If anybody in Canada nearby or whatever want to ship me one, let me know what you want for it. And we're gonna go back out to the fire because my brother thinks he needs to call me or something. Anyways, the fire's about to die down. So, hey, this is the first time I've ever shown you guys my... Okay. Okay. I have a very important phone call. Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? He can't hear me. Maybe he can. Comment if you can hear me. Sometimes the calls drop out here, so you might have to call me back. Hang up and call back. Oh, it's just cold. It was perfect. Okay, hey.
Hey, yeah, I don't know what the heck I paused it with my face.
Okay, you're on speakerphone.
Okay, yeah, so are you.
Okay.
So it's just me and my wife here, so.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, so just an update for you and everyone. I passed my Class 6 road test.
Oh, my brother passed his Class 6 road test. He's on the phone with me right now. My brother with the Heritage that I was riding in one of my more recent videos. Okay, and?
So, okay, so I did the first road test. I booked it. I had to book it like 2 weeks in advance or some stupid thing. And the weather was supposed to be perfect, like 23 degrees Celsius, like clear, sunny. And then that day, it was like Wednesday the 28th. And shout out to Murray, by the way, who's come into my work a couple times. He wished me luck both times. Anyway, that day, it was like
See you later, Joe.
Stormy wind, pouring rain, like just the absolute worst weather.
You have a request to do the Jesse Ventura voice while you explain it.
Boy, I head out that day, and the rain is just ridiculous. Hurricane weather, way worse than anything in Minnesota.
Yeah, I know, it sounds like your throat's gonna fall apart.
I sound like Alex Jones.
Yeah.
I got out for my road test, and it's the worst day in Alberta weather history. The wind is howling across the cowl of my motorcycle. I can barely control myself on the road. My shoes, I did not have a lace-up ankle-covering boot like I recommended everyone last time, and I do apologize. My sneakers were soaked all the way through to my bones of my feet.
This is a true story, by the way, guys.
Abject misery. So I'm rolling down the road in the pouring rain on the coldest, windiest day of my life. Loneliest day, too. Soaked to the bone. I keep putting my feet down because I haven't had enough practice on my big Harley Davidson. I keep cutting corners. I got about 1 million things wrong on the road test.
Sandy got 190 demerits and 100, or he got 109.
75 demerits and you fail the test automatically. I managed to rack up 190 demerits. The examiner lady was disgusted with me. She said, what she didn't say was a smaller list, okay?
Jesse, when is Predator 3 coming out?
Predator 3 was shelved.
Shelved.
Arnold Schwarzenegger lost in an arm wrestle battle with me, okay? Predator 3 was scrapped. As the governor of California could not beat the former governor of Minnesota in an arm wrestling match.
Oh man, you guys got him on a freaking Jesse roll now.
Okay, so
did he do it? They're wondering if you did anything right on the test.
No, I don't think I did. So
what?
The problem is I assumed I knew how to drive. And I know how to drive in BC.
You know how to ride?
There's rules of the road. I assumed I knew the rules of the road.
That's no wonder you failed. You're calling riding driving.
Alberta's got a few different things that are weird. So I failed on everything. I'm shocked that she didn't just turn me around like 15 minutes into the test and bring me back. But so anyway, that happened. I'm like, okay, I failed, and I'm all like, oh man, she was just being really hard on me. Then, like about a week later, when I finally gathered the nerve to look at my test results from an outside perspective on it, okay, I saw 99% of what I'd done was foolishness on my part. It was completely being unprepared for riding a motorcycle. So yeah, I failed miserably. I looked at the stuff I'd done. I'm like, just like
Ashamed
not
and
knowing basic
embarrassed.
stuff. Well, she was like, well, you can't stop twice at a stop sign. So what I was doing is that I assumed, okay, if there's no stop line, you have to stop at the stop sign, even if the stop sign is 15 feet from the intersection and there's trees and hedges and blind spots. So am I supposed to just gun it into the intersection without even being able to see traffic? And I guess the rule is if there's no stop line, you have to stop within 10 feet of the intersecting road.
And you're not allowed to...
It's really easy.
Oh.
No, this is stuff I didn't know. You're not allowed to creep after you stop.
That doesn't make any sense.
And then go. Well, it does if you know the rules and you actually stop where you can see the traffic.
Does Dad acknowledge you anymore?
Huh?
I'm wondering if Dad acknowledges you anymore after your pathetic failure. Dad was praying for him the second time, so he passed like by the skin of his teeth on the second one.
Now, I don't want to say that she ignored a bunch of stuff, but I think she marked it all down. But she said the second time that there were a few things I only passed because there just happened to be no other traffic around us. And so therefore I wasn't technically an obstruction a couple times. I technically wasn't blocking an intersection because the guy had already started moving his vehicle when she told me, like, you're blocking the intersection. I was gunning it through a 30-kilometer-an-hour zone, so that's like 18 miles an hour. Now, I know this because my speedometer failed like a week ago. So I had to put my miles per hour speedo on there and then get used to all of the conversion numbers. So like 18 miles an hour is 30K, right? And 25 miles an hour is 40K, and so on. I have this all memorized now. So anyway, I'm cruising around Saturday. I had this big meetup in Lacombe with a bunch of friends. Like there were 7 of us. And so we're cruising around and ripping around town, like doing the speed limit, following the rules. We had a couple
So this is Saturday before your second road test.
So my second road test was just on Monday, like yesterday. So I'm like, okay, I need to practice a bunch, right? So since the 28th, I've been riding like every day, practicing a whole bunch. I had a couple days where I rode for hours and just got used to everything on my bike and all that. Got perfect at everything. Cruising around Saturday, and it's like starting to get dark. So we're like, hey, we're going to head back to Buddy's place, and then I'll get escorted home by a Class 6 rider, something legal, right? And then, so we pull into this gas station, this card lock in the middle of nowhere, and everyone shuts their bikes off, and we're hanging around figuring out what we're going to do. And then I go to start my bike, and it goes like that. And my freaking starter, I'm like, oh man, like my starter's jammed or broken or something. And just nothing. Like I hit the starter switch, nothing at all, right? Yeah. Didn't even click the solenoid. So me and my buddy are messing around trying to figure it out. I'm like, well, I guess I'm push starting it. So I put it in second, pull the clutch in, turn the ignition on. He gives me a push, and we start my bike up, and I'm revving the crap out of it. Not like over revving it. I'm like feathering the gas because it's running like garbage now for no reason. And so I try to keep it running. I can't even get out of this parking lot. It stalls. And then so I push it up onto the island where the gas pumps are and roll it down this hill, like running with it by myself. Pop the clutch out again, fire it up, like push started it myself.
Yeah.
And fired it up, like, and then that didn't work either. It stalled again, and so the rest of the group comes back, and then someone push started me down the road. I'm like, guys, if my bike fires up, I'm gone. Like, I'm going home. My buddy is like, well, let's go back to my place. I can test your starting system, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, if I fire it up, we'll see, right? So buddy push starts me down the road. Bike fires up, I keep it running, and I'm gone. And so they all have to catch up to me. So at this point, I'm flying down the road, completely illegal. Like, start going through downtown and everything. Traffic everywhere. Cops everywhere. And I decide, well, I better head back to my friend's place so we can figure this problem out, right? So we go there. He tests the stuff. He's like, yeah, I think your starter's just shot, right? It probably fell apart inside the starter casing, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay. So we started my bike down the hill. I managed to make it home that night, and then I test everything. It turns out my voltage regulator is crapped out. So I ordered another one. I finally got it today. But so anyway, long story short, I passed my road test yesterday, and this is the thing. Okay, I remember when Dad sold his Harley back in the day. He got rid of all of his Harley shirts and hats and his Harley paraphernalia. He was like, if you don't own a Harley, like for him, the way he felt
I know, I wish you
about
would have
it,
saved it for me.
right? I know, yeah, but
Frick, those
he
would have been
just-
some
he
cool
didn't-
shirts.
He didn't want to look like a poser, wearing a bunch of Harley clothes, not having a Harley.
Yeah.
That was his thing. Well, I don't care.
That's why I
But
don't
we
wear my
judge
leather
it,
jacket
like,
unless I'm riding.
Yeah, like we don't judge what people wear. It's like, you want to wear Harley stuff, that's cool. You know, maybe if you don't have
Well,
an
people
Indian,
might
you
judge
have a
what you
Harley,
wear
don't
now.
wear Indian stuff. I don't know. But yeah. but
People
whatever.
might be judging you for wearing a Harley shirt now.
Pretty much, yeah. So it'd have to be like rainbow logo or something.
Yeah. Man,
I-
don't even
So
get
anyway.
into it.
anyway, so yeah, I realized like the rite of passage to actually wear Harley clothing for me isn't simply just having a Harley in your
It's when you
garage.
actually know how to ride your Harley.
The Harley has to be broken down, and you have to have borrowed someone's Honda to do your road test on. And then you have the right to wear whatever you want made by Harley. In my mind, that's my
So
thing.
you borrowed someone's Honda to pass your road test because your Harley was broken down. How many people in the comments have been in that same situation where you've had to borrow someone's Honda or other non-Harley bike
Okay, so
to pass?
I have to like say a massive thank you to Shane and Kristen. Okay, now this dude that lives
Good
up the
trip.
street from my buddy Scott, he's got a Street Glide, right? Like a 2014, cool bike. He does wheelies and stuff on it. Cool dude. Him and his girl there, Kristen, they're really cool people. So I'm talking to them and I'm showing them you and Shovel Fest on your Facebook. I'm like, yeah, this is my sister with her shovel head. He's like, that's your sister? I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, like, I was watching their video on how to get the dents out of the tank on their the Dyna, because Kristen's Honda Shadow, there's a dent in the tank, and I'm trying to get it out, and they made some tool to do that with, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And so anyway, this is Saturday before we went for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
And then after my bike crapped out, like Saturday night, Shane's like, well, you can borrow Kristen's bike for a road test on Monday. I'm like, are you freaking
That's funny,
kidding me,
Van.
man? I just met you today. And you guys are like going to lend me her bike to do my road test on.
I guess
Like,
that's just
freaking
motorcycle
crazy,
people.
man. That's like true, like, biker kind
That
of
is,
community,
yeah,
right?
that
It's
is
like if
true
someone
biker
doesn't-
community.
So Sunday, another friend of mine, older guy, took me around on the Honda Shadow. I just so I could get used to riding it. We did that for a couple hours, and then my buddy Scott rode the thing to work Monday morning, and then I had my road test like at 11:30 or 12 or whatever Monday. So I go and do that. We get back to the registry. The lady the instructor with the road test, she's like, you lucked out. She's like, I'm reluctant to pass you. If you get more than 75 demerits, you fail. She's like, you got 75 demerits. And she ignored one time I had to pull over so she could take notes.
Yeah.
And I put my foot down. I slipped the clutch too much, and the shadow didn't have as much torque as I'm used to on my Harley. So it kind of bogged down. I had to put my foot down, right? It was going to fall over. She totally ignored that. If she wouldn't have ignored that, I would have failed.
Man, that's
Just
probably
on that.
because Dad was praying for you all day.
Probably. Well, she was really, really reasonable about it. I'm like, thank you so much. I promise you I'm going to practice a whole bunch, right, now that I can. So we go back into the registry place to do reclass my license and everything, and their whole system is down. So I wait there for like 2 or 3 hours.
Oh,
and
man.
finally one of the girls is like, look, this ain't happening today. Like, our tech can't figure anything out. Come back tomorrow or we'll phone you. So I phoned them today.
Poker sticks going in the fire.
And they're like, yeah, our system's still down. Like, our internet guy hasn't even given us a date to come and fix the issue yet. So because of my work schedule, I literally just have to wait till they get their stuff fixed so I can go there and get my actual license.
Oh,
so I'm
shoot.
like, don't lose my test results, guys. I don't want to do this a third time.
That would suck.
So my bike is broken. I'm going to fix it. I have to adjust a few things. I got to pretty much tear it apart and fix a bunch of stuff over the winter. But yeah, I just wanted to give everyone an update that I have my Class 6 now, kind of. I don't have my actual license yet because the system's down at the place, but...
Yeah. So that's my brother, Sandy, a.k.a. Jesse Ventura, a.k.a. Donald Trump, a.k.a. when he's drinking mushroom moonshine.
Yes, but also a magnificent failure.
Yeah, and he's officially able to ride by himself. My phone...
Success.
My phone's gonna die though, Sandy.
Okay. All right.
So,
good night, everyone.
Okay, good night.
All right.
And congratulations on passing your road test. Make sure that, ride to BC next year. We can meet halfway.
Yep. Something like that. I'll bring the trailer just in case.
Okay, people are saying congrats and good night.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
So that's my brother Sandy, for anybody who may not know. And if you want to see what he looks like and some funny impressions, we drank some mushroom moonshine together in my garage. And he just barely passed his road test for his motorcycle. So that's pretty cool. But guys, my phone is about to die. It just gave me a 10% battery warning like probably 10 minutes ago. So Sandy Ventura, yeah. So I'm gonna have to turn this off before it turns itself off. And it looks like most people have went to bed. There's only 44 watching, but I appreciate all the likes on the video. So I'm gonna definitely do more of these fireside chats, whatever you want to call it. I think that they're kind of cool. Maybe we can do like Friday firesides. Good night, Matt. Yeah, it's late where you are, I bet. Yeah, thanks guys for coming. Thank you all for the company. And maybe we can do, I don't know. You guys let me know, Friday nights or Sunday nights. What works better for you guys? You guys can tell me in the comments or wherever. What's better nights for lives. I figured Sunday nights might be kind of good. Because most people are chilling anyways. And they probably won't be quite as late. But probably 7 o'clock my time. It makes it a good time for everybody on all parts of the world. But thank you to everybody who's been watching. And I will see you guys all next time in one of the next videos. But one last look at the fire. Fire's almost done. I threw my fire poker stick in the fire, so that's signs of the fire being almost over. And I think I'm gonna roast myself a hot dog before this fire goes totally out. So, good night, Hippie Trev. Good night, Dave. Good night, Van. Good night, Billiard Bago. Anyone else who's still watching, good night to all of you. You are in my prayers too. Tiny says good night. Good night. Good night, Robert Holland. Good night, everybody, and thank you all for being here. And I will talk to you all next time. Tiny says good night. Tiny. Say good night, Tiny. Tiny says good night. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks all for being here. And I'll